Savings are hard to come by when you're living paycheck to paycheck or even on a feast or famine mode when the latter is more often than not. Still, as our Denise Osorio reports, one can attain liberty from debt next year with anti-debt snowballing practices and putting up an emergency fund.
As the new year approaches, many Filipinos are once again grappling with the challenge of managing their finances, particularly amid persistent inflation and the growing ease of online spending. Yet behind these pressures, experiences with money vary significantly. For sales associate Ash Reyes, saving is a slow and deliberate process. Whenever there is money left over from her salary, she puts it aside, however small the amount, so she has something to fall back on in the event of an emergency.
Sa panahon kasi ngayon, medyo mahirap talaga mag-save ng pera kasi yung mga bilihin ngayon medyo mataas na siya. So, swerte na lang din kung nakakapag-save ka.
As far as possible, she avoids taking on debt, relying solely on her income and the savings she has managed to build. Looking ahead to 2026, Ash says she plans to leave her unnecessary spending in 2025 in order to save more consistently.
Malesen lang din yung mga expenses, especially kapag hindi mo naman din kailangan. Kasi yung mga tao kasi ngayon parang kung ano lang din gusto nila, nabibili nila.
In contrast, the situation is very different for Chris Velarde, a roadside food vendor. From her day-to-day selling, she is unable to save as her earnings do not always cover her costs.
Wala, nadudukot ko ng paunti-unti, lalo na pag yung medyo matumal, tapos siyempre yung bibili ka, kaya kukuha ka po ng wala akong maiipon.
On some days, Chris earns only around 5,000 pesos, an amount she then has to reinvest to keep her business running in the days that follow. According to financial advisor Enery Franklin D, the first step is having a clear understanding of how much money comes in and goes out each month, and of which expenses are need and which are wants. He adds this is where sensible financial decision-making begins.
Ang very important dito sa expense natin, Denise, is we have to track it. Diba? So pag itong track na to, no, diba, you can't improve what you don't track. So itong pag-track natin, it's very personal, no? Diba? Yung iba, very traditional, pen and paper. Diba? Yung iba, gumagamit pa mga envelope method, no? Yung iba, gumagamit pa sa notes, no? Simple, no? Ako personally, no, just before last year, no, I'm using Excel, no, or Google Sheet, no? Pero this year, I'm using an app na, diba? So there's no one size fits all, no? Diba? Do what works for you. Kasi no, malalaman mo kasi pag i-track mo, no, malalaman mo, for example, malalaman mo pag nag-overspend ka ba, for example, sa mga food ba? Or sa mga luho ba? Di ba?
If spending consistently exceeds income, D warns this will eventually lead to debt. For this reason, he stresses the importance of managing debt carefully, particularly by avoiding high-interest borrowing such as online lending applications and unpaid credit card balances. And for many people, a more effective approach is to clear debts gradually using the so-called debt snowball method, paying off the smallest debt first before tackling those with larger balances while continuing to meet the minimum payments on the others. As debts are cleared, confidence grows, along with the discipline needed to address larger payables. D also highlights the importance of building an emergency fund to avoid sinking back to debt when unexpected events occur, such as illness or the loss of employment. He advises an emergency fund should amount to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses and kept in an easily accessible savings account, such as those offered by digital banks, so it can be withdrawn immediately when needed. Once debts are under control and an emergency fund is in place, only then should insurance and investments be considered. For those just starting out, D recommends low-risk, government-backed options such as the Pag-ibig MP2, where investments can begin with as little as 500 pesos. However, despite the range of financial strategies available, D insists these are not the most important factors in improving one's financial position.
Money management, no, it's 80% the psychology ng tao or yung mindset mismo ng tao, no? 20% lang mismo yung strategy. Very important din, no? Pag-usapan mo siya. Pag-usapan mo siya with friends and family, no?
D stressed that Filipinos need to move away from the culture of avoiding conversations about money. Budgeting and saving, he says, are far more effective when discussed openly within the household, even if it begins with modest amounts. Denise Osorio from the National Television Network for a new and better Philippines.